Hey guys, how we doing? Yes, this is a fun one. I did one of these a long time ago, and I thought I'd do it again and show you guys something that literally anybody can do. This is one of them that's so it gets you inspired to do other things, and it gives you a technique of sort of learning things as you go, so you can teach yourself and inspire yourself and practice and do different things. You can do lots of detail, you can do a little bit of detail, but it's the simplest way to get a painting. Perspective, right? It gives you that learned perspective too. So yeah, all you need is something painted black. That's it to begin with. That's all we're going to do is paint the thing black. But we want each of these steps that we're going to do, we want them to dry very well, like this. This is completely dry. I painted this a couple hours ago. It sat. I let it dry completely. This is just an old canvas, painted black. And that's it. Now we're going to break out some white, and we're going to go to town with a little black. Okay, we're going to start with some white. I use liquid titanium, the Liquitex titanium white. I love that. It's a good solid white. There's other whites that are transparent, things like that. So I like this one. All you need is anything. You could use a paper towel. I'm going to try this right now. If I don't like it, I'm going to change over to a paper towel or a napkin or something, whatever I got here. But we're going to try this brush first. And we're going to work from the middle out. Okay? We're just going to dab. Get some paint. These big expensive brushes, not a big fan of them. But I mean, I know they, when you know how to use them, they're cool. You know what I mean? I don't. So that's all we're going to do is just keep doing this. And you do as much as you want. I mean, just the whole point is just to take this and dab it outwards. But you want to keep starting here in your center point. This is my center point. Because I want this more white than the rest of that. I want that to sort of fade away as it goes. So I want it to get lighter as I go to the edge. But that's why I said you could use a napkin, you could use anything for this, whatever you want. See, this gives you these little blotchy spots, which I wasn't really looking for. But I guess I can beat them down. A lot of repetitious. Now let's take this, set aside. Napkin. Let's get us some white. And see what this does. For pattern wise, we're just gonna crinkle it up. I know I didn't start in the middle there, but I want a couple of bright spots over there to break these up. That's what I'm looking for. Do whatever you want to do, guys. It's up to you, like I said. It's just your background. Just remember that. This is just a background right here. That would be cool. And when you get down here, you can do whatever you want. Here's where it's going to go on fade. This is a little bit big for my thing, so I'm just going to move it around as we go, guys. An overlap on this, it's not going to hurt. Come across over your edges. Couple a little bit, yeah. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. You're gonna take the brush with a little bit of paint I had left on there, and I'm just dabbing it on the bottom. Just to get rid of the black. It gave me a lot finer print down here than it did up there. Okay guys, I mixed up some black and white and got some gray. Now we're going to add our depth in. The gray just gives us a little depth. So we're just going to add this in some of the places where it's like heavy white like that. That'll give us a little depth on this outside. It's going to break that up just a hair. And I change brushes. I mean, it's going to be hard to see, but it is there. There, you can see it there. You don't need a whole lot. I just like adding, I mean, you could not add this, you can add this. This is totally up to you. Just don't do your middle. But you will notice this a little bit because you're adding depth. You know, like on the black, the gray is going to have a little depth. Let me add just a tad bit more white. Just want a little bit more for down here. A little water. Always adds a little water. You want to keep it thin. I'm using acrylics. Yeah, I mean straight up acrylics. These are more likely going to be bushes down here, so I don't like the way that crease. It looks like a hoop print. We're going to break that up a little bit. Like I said, guys, anybody can do this. This is just a piece of old board, a brush. I mean, you could do this with anything. You could be using an old paper towel, anything. It does not matter. You don't need these big fancy things. I'm only using it because I got it. I'm not really hip on it myself. I thought I'd give it a try because I haven't used these. They sit in my thing, and as you see, it's barely out of whack, but yeah. All right, let's let that dry really good before we do anything else. Okay guys, got some black and a brush. Now here's where you can use whatever you want. You could use a sponge brush, you could use a paintbrush, you could use a Q-tip, you could use whatever you're comfortable with making your trees with. These are just going to be our trees. To a straight line is what you're looking for. Put up our brush. This is the easy part, guys. They don't have to be perfect. And if you got a little shake here, that's good. You don't always want them perfectly straight. We want some squiggly trees in there too, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid to throw a couple squiggly ones in there. Like this one. We're going to bring this guy like from way over here. He came down to be buddies. Put this one over here. And yes, I sometimes like to go over perfect. Let's go with this thin one right here. Set another thin one in there. Let's give him a friend too. There we go. Now we're going to throw in a little white and make it a little gray. Or very light, I should say. You could mix them however you want, white or gray. You just want some light ones with some dark ones. It's darker over here, so let's put a lighter one in here. A real thin one. Same thing over here. Give him a bigger friend over here. I want it shorter, just disappears into it. But it's there, you know. think I like that. Now we're going to let them dry really good. And we ain't going to do anything. Okay, everything's dry now. So now we're going to pull a liner brush out. If you don't have a liner brush, then you can easily make one by taking any kind of other brush and just clipping away till you got a nice thin piece of brush there. You can take a Q-tip and unroll it and bring it down to a nice point, and then just twist it and run it through your paint. And all you're doing looking for, the corner of a piece of cardboard can be used. You know what I mean? There's many ideas, guys. Don't let anything stop you. We want this paint thin. And now we're going to put in our details. This is totally up to you. How much you want is totally up to you. What you think is enough is enough. You know what I mean? Or you can go deeply into it, going very finely, going very deep into smaller, and you'll see what I mean as we go. It's totally up to you. Have fun with it. Okay guys, we got some white. I want to put some light beams in here. You could do this just as easy with a brush. A very slight dab of paint, rub it on something, you know, pretty much called dry brushing, and then just take that and get your beams. I want to do this because it's quicker and easier for me. Yeah, I got it set up. Okay, then I'll blow everything all over the place. So I'm going to highlight this a little bit. And I'm just looking for a few right now. Just to where our depth's going to come in. As you see, we already have quite a bit now, but we're going to have even more. I went in, did my branches. The gray ones I did go ahead and do. I just mixed a little gray paint, did the gray, you know, so you guys should be at this point too. Like I said, it's so much fun to take just black and white, and you can do this. All I'm doing is looking for the places where it seems like it's already happening, and I'm just highlighting them. Same with down here. Move you guys down just a little bit, yeah. Where the colors are lighter, that's where I'm bringing my light in. So when we put more detail into this, those are going to be behind it and show you what those are lit for. If you get that, I mean, I'm sure you do. And we may come back and do this again. There's still more to come, guys. See that? Spot on. See that? That's all we wanted. And like I said, we're just going to highlight what's already there. I think that's enough for now. We're going to let that dry. Okay guys, we got us a little fan brush here with some black paint on it. These are going to be a little closer than the ones that are behind it. This is totally optional. This is up to you. This is where detail comes in. You can add as much or as little as you want. You can stop right here, leave it just like this, and you have an amazing painting. Or you can keep adding detail and detail and detail. This is one of them that never ends. Yeah, it's as much as you want to make it. You know what I mean? These are the ones that you want to play and practice with, because it gives you the confidence to try different things and let you practice what these brushes can do. You'll never get the same two strokes. That's what's cool about painting. But different things will happen as you go, and you'll learn. Sometimes it just happens. You know what I mean? It just happens. So yeah, I'm going to add a little detail to mine, and then we're going to keep moving. And this gives you layers. And there you go, guys. It's that little depth. Okay, guys, we got a little wider brush here. We got some black. Now we're going to create some real depth. Right here. You guys get to see the whole thing. Get my board. Oh, you don't want clumps of paint on it. You know what I mean? You'd keep your brush clean when you're doing it. This one's even closer. Do you think you would need a friend? I do. I think somewhere about right here. Okay, guys, I had my branches and my trees, and now we have a nice path coming up in here. You could leave it right here. This could be where you stop. I mean, that's an awesome painting. You could do this over and over and it would still look different each time. Amazing. So you can have fun with this. This is one of the most fun paintings are to do. Black and white, go for depth perception. You can get it all in here. And look how simple we did it with a paper towel and a paintbrush. I mean, now you can come in with a paintbrush and you could add color. So that's what we're gonna do. Now you could very easily take your brush, we have blue over here, put it in the blue, come in, scrub it all in, and do it just as easy as I'm gonna do with this airbrush. I like the control of this and what it does. This is just straight up amazing. I've always amazed since I first did it. Or what you can do with something like this. I mean, it's endless. Literally. Now we're gonna let that dry. Okay, we got some yellow, guys. You can mix them right on here. Give yourself some depth. Little spots of color here and there. Look at that. That's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want to do with kind of paint like this. I like the way it glows. It gives such a nice glowing effect. I mean, you could mix colors all day. Really. Well guys, that's it. We're gonna make that signed, sealed, and delivered. I mean, you can do amazing things with this. Adjust my light back some. Yeah, so it ain't so bright down on it. It's just amazing. I'm gonna put some photos up with it, but like I said, you can literally go crazy. I could add a ton more detail to this. You could put flowers in down here. You could, add more colors, some whites and some bold reds, and you could just make this just unbelievable. If you really like it, you want me to do another one like this, let me know, and we'll do another one of some different kinds, some different style, and we'll go in more detail if that's what you would like to see. If you like this one, hit that like button for me, guys, please. I hope it was fun. I hope you give it a try. Like I said, there's nothing easier than this. Nothing. You can scribble this in with a paintbrush. I did it because I like my free hand of my airbrush. So do what you want. Do it your way. And from Searching Souls, peace. Yeah, guys, we got to cut this off right here. I could go on for hours with this, and we just don't have time to put that much in a video. So, yeah,